everyone, today I'm going to show you how to create a verbed out, delayed out, panned vocal effect. I recently heard it in a few songs. I kind of like the vibe of it. I'm actually working on an album right now where we've essentially done kind of the same thing I'm going to show you today to create the sound I'm going for. The song I'm using today is a cover of Tori Kelly's Hollow by Emily Faith. So thank you, Emily, for allowing me to use this. So let's get started. First, what we're going to do is pick apart whatever kind of part in the song that you want to last forever or turn into something crazy. So I chose the very end of Hollow, and I'll just show you the beginning of this.
Fill up my cup 'cause I'm hollow. Yeah, I'm hollow.
So my goal for this is to take this Hollow, the very end of Hollow here, and just have it verbed out and panned like crazy. And I can take that and I can leave it in the chorus or kind of put it wherever I want. So I have it coming in right on the one here, and then just kind of coming off 2 beats later and where it's ending. I gave just a little room to kind of fade up into it and out of it so I don't get a weird pop as this thing does what it's supposed to. So what I did to get that, after I chose the part I was going to take, which was here, I just created a new track, a new mono track, and pasted that there. So if we listen to it, it sounds kind of gross. The jump, because all I did was double the same source. So, but that will get taken care of here in a minute. The first thing I want to do, and you can do this a couple different ways. I'm going to show you the way that I am doing it because this kind of gives a little more creative control at the end if you'd like. I've got the half note here. I've got mostly wet. Feedback is at minimum right now because we're going to crank this bad boy all the way up, and the only way to get it to really stop is to pull it all the way back down. Now the effect that you'll hear at the end, technically you can kind of get with the ping pong, but since we're actually going to be panning after the verb, it'll give it more of that effect. So we'll be using pan man instead of the ping pong left and right. So we're only going to do the single echo, and that'll pan along with everything else. So let's take a listen to what we have. We'll crank the feedback here. And as you can see, we bring that guy back and it goes away. So this is where we're starting. We've got our single echo on our little vocal snippet that we want. We've got it mostly wet, and feedback we just kind of have to deal with. I've kind of cranked the output a little bit before I turned it down so y'all could hear that. My next step is going to be compress the crap out of it so we get a consistent level kind of throughout the dying of the delay. So let's take a look at what this guy's doing. Oh, this is the part that always gets me. So let's get this guy back up here. Cool, so you can see what that's doing. Take this feedback back out. I'll probably forget that another 7 times, so don't worry if you do the same thing. Let's make sure we're getting a decent level coming out of the compressor. Cool. And our feedback back down. The next, I really enjoy this for insane vocal stuff because, man, this thing has just got some awesomeness to it. So we're going to verb kind of the crap out of this thing. Let's just go, I'll factory default for you. So this is where we start off on the shimmer. I tend to go big stereo to fill up lots of space, about 30 and 35. And I mean, you can leave this thing huge and just tweak whatever you like. So let's see what it sounds like going through this guy now. Yep, that's what I like. You can hear a few frequencies that probably don't make you as happy uh, as they don't make me happy. I don't know if that made any sense. But we'll take care of those at the end there. Our next step after verbing it out is going to our beautiful Panman here. If you've never used Panman, this thing is, I like it. It's super fun. And there's many different ways that you can kind of deal with this. And this is why I was saying I don't typically do the ping pong because this I can kind of dial in to whatever I want. This is the start here. Let's bring this down just in case. You've got width, right? You've got, I like max for especially what we're about to do. Hard, which is just boom, 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 boom. And then you can dial in however you want. Offset left, right. You can tweak everything. If you go to rhythm step, I believe, rhythm shape, excuse me, you can lock it into the tempo, put whatever you want in there, and then I click this middle guy here, which will go back and forth, back and forth. If you go here, it'll hit to the one side and go back, and hit to the one side and go back instead of an even back and forth between the two. And since we're locked to a tempo, you can also pick a groove if you'd like. So this part, you just want to dial in what you like and what feels good. I have determined that the half note with the half note back and forth seems to fit. So let's see what that sounds like. Pretty sweet. Now, let's get rid of the uglies. Let me turn all these guys off, and I'll show you one by one what we're doing here. Turn this guy back up a little bit. And always check your levels throughout everything. I think this one is kind of the only one that you can't really control a level coming in and out of, but everything else, make sure you're not destroying. I mean, unless you want to destroy it, totally up to you. All right, so let's play through this. So we definitely want to get rid of that one. And I told you I would do it. Here we go. One more time. Yeah, I don't want to. Then this guy. Come on, jump over. let's start that over. I'll show you the other frequencies I got going on. And then just cutting out a lot of the low end information that really doesn't need to be there. And then I did a hair up here just to kind of bring it out a scotch. So that kind of cleans it all up quite a bit. And just like before, bring the feedback down. Now we've got everything we want. We've got our single echo, we've got our compression, we've got our awesome verb, we've got everything panning left and right. And we've cut out some weird frequencies. So what we're going to do next is we create, and before I go on, all of these are mono stereo. So this is technically a mono track, but it's going out stereo. So we're going to create a stereo effects print track to do the rest of our editing to get what we want. So let's set this guy back to where we want it here. We're going to send this out to a bus into our other track. And then we're going to go ahead and print this thing. All right. So now we've got what I was going for. Now, you can honestly leave it at that and let that thing go until it dies out or fade it going out of the chorus. I love the effect just running through. Let's show you in context a little bit.
Yeah, I'm hollow, 'cause I'm hollow. Yeah, I'm hollow. I don't
Cool. I mean, sounds super awesome going through the chorus like that. But what I actually used this for was kind of almost a pad behind um, like these down verses that we did. So I want to show you how to get to that. So we've got our super loud guys here, and it kind of steps down, 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 down. And once we start getting into this kind of area, it levels off a hair. So we're going to find a good spot that we like. And we're going to copy and paste it. So boom, copy. And then let's find the verse here.
I don't
So we're going to drop this guy here. And we're going to duplicate, which is Command D. And then Command F to bring up this one. We're going to go ahead and crossfade those guys. And now let's make sure that it doesn't jump out or anything sounds too crazy. So it's got that little kind of jump. You can choose to take care of that if you'd like by dragging back, bumping the level a hair, or just compressing down. The way I'm using this, it would just be super tucked behind everything, kind of pad-ish. So it might be great just the way it is.
I don't wanna be the first one folding. I don't wanna be the joker. Hi. Tell me, darling, will you under and not show me your cards? 'Cause
So, I mean, I really don't have to do anything to it. Soloed, you can definitely hear the little kind of jump in it. But it's so tucked, and it would be so tucked how I'm doing it right now that I wouldn't necessarily even worry about that. So, kind of quickly go through the steps again. You want to pick the section that you want, copy it to another audio track, create all your effects that you're going to do, your delay, compression, verb, pan it, and then EQ some weird stuff out. We're going to print it down, find the section that we like, copy paste, and create some fades. And then put it where you want, consolidate if you'd like, and call it a day. I hope this was helpful to you. Thanks for stopping by and checking it out. Please subscribe to the channel. I've got more cool stuff coming up as well. Leave comments, suggestions. Love it, hate it. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And check out my website for more information to do some work with, or just chat me up, brycesabrick.com. Thanks for stopping by.